Well, breaking news coming in that United Secretary of State has said that we are very grateful to the United Arab Emirates for support to transit US citizens, embassy personnel and foreign nationals from Afghanistan through the UAE, and we appreciate our strong partnership. Now, Secretary Anthony Blinken's statement has come after the United Arab Emirates has agreed to host 5,000 Afghan refugees at the request of the United States, and UAE has said that they will host 5,000 Afghan refugees in the coming days. Well, that's the latest news that we're getting to you at this point of time of UAE agreeing to help the United States evacuation mission. Now let's take a look at the tweet once again. Let me show it to you on your screens. The Secretary of State, Anthony Blinken, has said that we are very grateful to the UAE for support to transit US citizens, embassy personnel and foreign nationals from Afghanistan through UAE, and we appreciate our strong partnership. He's gone on to thank the United Arab Emirates for their cooperation here. So he goes on to say, thank you for giving us support. Well, remember here that United Secretary of State's statement comes in the wake of their request to the UAE to, in fact, shelter 5,000 Afghan refugees. Now, UAE has planned to host these 5,000 Afghan refugees, as per reports, in the coming days. So a big evacuation mission here, and UAE playing an active role in helping United States evacuation mission.
All right, thanks very much, Crispino, for getting us those updates. So as far as US President is concerned, he will be now meeting the national security team. But let's tell you what are the new directives that has now been issued by the US Embassy. Now, what is being said are new directives that has been issued for all its citizens there in Afghanistan, asking them to follow the 6-point action plan that has now been released by the embassy.
The US Embassy in Kabul has notified its citizens that the US government cannot ensure their safe passage to the airport. The US has directed its citizens to consider traveling to the Hamid Karzai airport when they judge it is safe to do so. The US Embassy in Kabul has issued a 6-point action plan for its citizens stranded in Afghanistan. The notification directs Americans in Afghanistan to keep track of events, follow local authorities, and have a contingency plan. The embassy has further said that due to large crowds, the gates inside the Kabul airport may open or close without notice. But while responding to the media following his address, US President Joe Biden said there is no indication that Americans haven't been able to reach the Kabul airport.
We have no indication that they haven't been able to get in Kabul through the airport. We've made an agreement with the Taliban thus far. They've allowed them to go through. It's in their interest for them to go through. So we know of no circumstance where American citizens are carrying an American passport are trying to get through to the airport. But we will do whatever needs to be done to see to it they get to the airport.
Massive crowds have been thronging the Kabul airport as Afghans look to flee the terror-ravaged country. The US has said it is putting all its resources to use, but the situation is growing grimmer by the day. Bureau Report, Republic TV.